The reality no one shows. Imagine a place where houses aren't made of bricks, but of wood, tin sheets, and scraps of plastic. Where the floor isn't paved, but dusty and scorching. Where there's no consistent electricity, no running water, and no sewage system. A place with no infrastructure, only survival. This is the daily reality for millions of Mozambicans living on the edge of the city, and on the edge of the world's attention. Here, the heat is suffocating, and life is improvised. There's no comfort, but there is movement. No stability, but endless resilience. Days start early, without guarantees, and end late, without promises. Life pulses through the dust, the noise of the streets, and the near-total absence of basic resources. Open-air markets are the backbone of everyday life. Food is sold on the ground, exposed to the sun, dust, and flies. Hygiene is a luxury. But there's something more urgent than cleanliness: hunger. And hunger doesn't wait. Children grow up too fast. By the age of 7 or 8, they're already helping at home, already looking for ways to earn, already out on the streets. Some work. Others just wander, searching for something to do. Childhood here is in a hurry, because when you're born with nothing, you learn early that there's no time to dream. The contrast is brutal. Mozambique is rich in natural beauty, powerful rivers, lush forests, fertile land. But its people are still waiting for the basics: dignity, safety, and the minimum conditions to live. They're waiting for a future that always seems delayed. This is the Mozambique that few ever show. The unfiltered, unedited, untouristic version. Where faith walks alongside hunger. Where smiles still appear, even when there's no reason to smile. This video invites you to step beyond the postcards and into the raw, powerful, and often silent reality of a people who live, fight, and dream with the bare minimum. Because here, just living is already a victory. The markets. The center of life and resistance. In the outskirts of Mozambique, the market isn't just a place to buy food, it's the heart of the community. It's where everything happens: commerce, connection, and survival. The stalls are makeshift, built from old wood, torn tarps, and rusty iron rods. The ground is often just hard-packed earth. When it rains, it turns to mud. When the sun blazes, it becomes a haze of dust kicked up by every step. There are no sidewalks, no roofs, no comfort. Food is left out in the open: fruits, fish, vegetables, fried snacks, all within arm's reach, but also within reach of flies, dirt, and trash. There are no refrigerators. No scales. Everything is sold fast, by eye, by hand, by voice. The same hand that hands you your food takes your money and gives you change. There's no packaging. No guarantees. And yet, somehow, everything works. There is rhythm. There is life. The air is thick with a mix of smells: the sweetness of ripe fruit, the sharpness of raw fish, the grease of fried food, the stench of garbage, and the smoke from tin cans turned into stoves. The noise is constant: overlapping voices, shouted prices, hurried footsteps, and the squeaking wheels of handmade carts. This is the soundtrack of daily survival. Amid the chaos, everyone knows their place. Each vendor owns their space. There may be no official rules, but there is a kind of order built through repetition and necessity. There's no luxury, but there's urgency. There's no structure, but there's flow. Children weave between the stalls, playing among sacks of rice and baskets of potatoes. Elders sit quietly on makeshift stools, observing. Young people shout out deals, trying to catch a customer's eye. It's a rough scene, but deeply human. Mozambique's markets aren't clean. They're not safe. But they are essential. They are the meeting point between those who have little and those who have nothing. It's where people eat, trade, survive. It's where reality reveals itself, raw, loud, and unedited, every single day. Even when the water is gone. Even when the power goes out. Even when the heat is unbearable. The market goes on. Because stopping was never an option. Even when there's no water to drink or bathe. Even when the lights go out and the streets disappear into darkness. Even when the food runs out before the hunger does, the market stays alive. Because this is not just a place to buy food. It's a symbol of resistance. For many, it's their only source of income. People wake up before dawn, walk long distances carrying baskets on their heads, and set up their stalls with whatever they have. Old boards become tables. Plastic bags become roof covers. Everything is reused, repurposed, recycled, not by choice, but by survival. Those who sell here depend on each sale to get through the day. And those who buy do what they can with the little money they have. There are no receipts, no returns, no complaints. Just silent transactions between people who understand exactly what it means to lack options. The market is not clean, but it's honest. It reflects the rawness of real life. A child may be running barefoot in the dust while a mother negotiates a handful of tomatoes. An old man might be sitting in the corner, fanning away flies with a cardboard scrap, while teenagers shout prices and joke between sales. There's struggle, yes, but also community. A shared rhythm of those who survive together. And in the middle of it all, the invisible glue that holds everything together is something beyond product or price. It's resilience. The kind of resilience you don't see in magazines or TV commercials. The kind you feel in your chest when you realize that, despite the chaos, despite the poverty, despite everything stacked against them, these people keep showing up. They keep working. They keep living. Because here in Mozambique, giving up isn't part of the culture. And that alone is a story worth telling.